Today we have another very special thank you video to do. Today we are going to say thank you to Mr. Roady Esquire for getting me these saffron bulbs. Saffron being a very precious spice, we're going to use this spice after we've grown it and harvested it to make her another episode after this. So stay tuned for future parts as well. Greetings and welcome to another episode of Cooking with Batman. Today we're actually not going to be doing any cooking. We're going to be doing prep. Long-term prep. So the first thing we're going to do is take off our crime-fighting gloves and our band braces because we don't need them. We're going to roll up our sleeves and instead of washing our hands, we're going to get them dirty. Let's start off. Here we have a little baggie full of saffron bulbs. Right here. We're going to be planting all of these. And what these are going to do is they're going to produce saffron spice. It's got to be harvested just right. So this is a gamble, but I think we can do it. I had to do some research, obviously, because I don't just know everything, even though I appear to. So, what I have here are cedar chips. I was told to either get some gravel or some coarse sand or something. I just need to make sure that this drains well, this being my flower pot. Flower pot number 1. You are going to drain very well, aren't you? Alright. That's enough in there. We don't need any more here. So the bottom third of these pots, filled it up with cedar. These are going to drain well. By the way, they also have the drain holes in the bottom. These are grown in a desert climate, so this is the proper way to do it. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take some Miracle-Gro. Now, this is the kind of soil used for flowering plants. Saffron is a flower. So we're going to pack in some good old flowering plant soil here. This is a good mix. It's going to make sure that they're nice and healthy. There we go. The next step is going to be to pack this down. Pack it down nice. It's going to be really good. This is going to be our base layer. This is my tightly packed layer. This is where I'm hoping the root beds are all going to sit when it's all said and done. Now, we put layer number 2 of the soil. This is going to be my loose fitting stuff. This we're just going to fill right up to the top. And saffron requires a lot of sunlight, so the closer you can get it to the surface, the better. If you can get your soil right up to the very, very top, they're going to maximize the amount of sunlight that they get. You don't want to be deep down in a pot. There we go. Now, I'm going to tell you a little bit more about this. These are going to take a year to grow. I don't know if I covered that already. They have to be planted in the fall and harvested the following fall. So, yeah, get started on this. I've read some different things. They're saying that they have to be 2 inches deep, which has been very consistent. I've also been told that they have to be 2 inches apart and 5 inches apart. So remember, plants being farther apart is okay, too close, not so okay. So what we're going to do, we're going to err with a side of caution, and we're going to plant them about 3 inches apart. Alright. So, here we're going to take our first one. First we're going to count our bulbs. There we go. 4, 5. 5 per pot. It's good. Okay. So we're going to make ourselves a little hole there. I'm going to make a little hole there. Yep, that's about 2.5 inches apart. There we go. So the soil does need to be very well drained, and these need to be watered to a soak when you first start them. Apparently they're going to start the germination process very quickly. Let's see there. There we go, that's a little better. And they're all going to be facing upwards. There we go. So I'm having the bottom of the seed seeding down 2 inches. Just like that. Ooh, this one's actually already starting to sprout. My goal with this is not just to finish this video and leave it at that. My actual goal is going to be to wait until they just start to sprout, and we're going to do some time lapse. We're going to hope for a little bit of luck to see if we can capture something over a period of about 2 weeks or so. There we go. So those are about 2 inches deep, maybe a little bit less. I'm just going to put some more on top here. Some loose stuff. There we go. I also bought these. These are plant food for flowering plants, which these are, but since we got the Miracle Grow, we're not going to put these in yet. This has enough plant food to go around for at least a couple of months. We don't want to burn them. You can burn them, oversaturate, feed, whatever you want. So this one's good to go. I'll put this on a plate, because it does drain. It's a well-drained pot. So that's going to make sure that we don't get any mud anywhere. These are going to be either indoors or sheltered outdoors as long as it's not too cool. We're going to micromanage these, if you will. Next one. Here we go. We're going to put our hole right there. And we're just going to pop that in. And we're going to make a hole right there. Just 2 fingers digging down. There we go. My goal is for an 80% sprout. So if we can get 4 per pot, I will be happy. Now, just in case you guys don't know anything about saffron, it has a very powerful taste and it's also very expensive. The biggest point about it is the coloration that it grants. So when you're cooking with saffron, make sure that it's something that's very light in color, like mashed potatoes or rice. That's some fancy mashed potatoes if you ask me. But the point is that the bright orangey yellow color is really going to show up if we do it that way. So we're going to go ahead, pack this down a little bit, finish off our bag of Miracle Grow, put that in there, spread it around, voila. Now today is October 23rd, and I'm not expecting to harvest anything from these until October or November 2017. By the way, it's 2016 in case anyone's wondering, and blah blah blah. So we have pot number 1, we have pot number 2. Now these plates are fairly shallow, so when I water these, we're going to water them slowly so that it doesn't, you know, trickle up and up and up and give you the awful overflow. Nobody wants a plant overflow. So, there we go. Phase 1 complete. Stay tuned for phase 2, where we're going to see if we can capture some time lapse. And if we can't capture some time lapse, we'll throw in some photos. And phase 3, if everything goes well, is going to be to harvest and cook. That's all going to be the same episode. I may do a follow-up video at the end as well. Supposedly, if I do this right, each of these bulbs is going to multiply. So instead of having 10 bulbs total, I'm going to have 20 bulbs. And then we're going to plant them again, and we're going to have perpetually more and more saffron, which is a really great way to show off your cooking skills. So, yeah, I'm going to get these saturated. Obviously, I'm not going to do it on this cooking surface here. So, bon appetit in a year from now. If you're in the United States, then you can probably use this for your Thanksgiving in November. If you're up here in Canada like I am, they're probably not going to be ready in time. But you can brag about it. You put it in the middle of the table and say, you know, in another month we could be eating this instead. Bon appetit!